Alright, what is going on, guys? Eximus here. So today I wanted to do a live review of the Path of Diablo mod for Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. Now what I mean by live review is I'm really not going to be doing too many editing aspects in this video. I really just wanted to do this naturally and just show you guys the mod and give you my overall review on it and just talk about some of the things that really stand out and why I enjoy playing this mod. So just a little disclaimer for you guys, I'm actually new to Path of Diablo. I've only been playing for about a month, so if there's anything you guys want to correct me on or anything you want to add to the review, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to write it down and then pin the comment so everyone can see it at the top. So if there's anything like that, just let me know in the comment section, guys. So I'm going to be going over all the pros over here on the left. These are some of the major things that stood out to me as a vanilla Diablo 2 player. A lot of you guys know I have a lot of love and passion for the original Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. So I really like playing, the retail version of Diablo 2. But overall, this mod is basically, if you're really into vanilla Diablo 2, retail Diablo 2, and you're looking for something new to do, or you want, a new experience for Diablo 2, just the retail version, I would really recommend this mod to you guys. It's not anything too crazy like Median XL, where basically everything's different. Median XL is an awesome mod. I haven't really got into that too much before. I enjoy playing it, but there's not too many changes in this mod where it's going to be confusing for you as a normal Diablo 2 player, and that's something that I think is really special with this mod. That's something that goes a really long way with anything when you're trying to create a new video game or music, whatever it is. You really got to try and stick to making things new, but at the same time not changing too much. And I think that's really something that Diablo 3 had a big problem with, is that it was so different from Diablo 2. So getting into the mod, guys, sorry for going on here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the players are always set to 8. And this is something I really enjoy, because as much as I love playing Diablo 2, sometimes the grind can just be absolutely insane. I mean, the amount of time that you need to spend to actually get certain items that you want to find in the game, especially if you're trying to play a variety of different characters and builds like I do, setting the players to 8 is really gonna get you going a little bit more and just get more drops and things like that from monsters. So the next thing I want to talk about is the character stat sheet right here. So this is something we've been wanting in Diablo 2 for a very long time now. I mean, it shows basically everything right here. Your faster cast rate, damage reduction. I mean, so many things before where you had to go through your character, you had to look at all your items, make sure you're hitting the break point, counting your faster cast rate. It's really nice to finally have this on the mod in Diablo 2, and they've really done a great job with that. So the next thing is a bot-free server. So there's absolutely no bots on this server. Bunny Rabbit is making noise. So there's absolutely no bots on this server, guys, and that's another thing that I've really been having a hard time really wanting to get into Diablo 2 again on multiplayer, because the bots are back. I don't know if you guys remember when we played hardcore. I had a clan, Throne of Sanctuary, and basically we all just quit after the bots came back, and it was just a really hard time. It's always been a hard time trying to play on Battle.net because there's bots all the time, and there hasn't been any bots or anything on this mod that I've ever seen, so that's really been nice. So next thing is a trading website. They have a trading website, and there's people on there all the time trying to trade. I mean, almost every minute of the day there's somebody on there trying to trade something, and it really makes it a lot easier to kind of navigate through what people have and what they're looking for, and what they're offering for their items. So that's really nice as well. Coming up next is the loot filter. So I've never set up a loot filter. I'll leave a link in the description below. There's a lot of people that actually teach you how to set up a loot filter. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not really going to go into details about that because I don't know too much about the loot filter. But I've seen other streamers play Path of Diablo, and it really kind of, takes out a lot of the garbage items that you don't want to pick up. But me being a very old school player, I'm a little bit, skeptical about setting up a loot filter, so I'm not really sure if that's something I want to do, but that's really nice if you guys want to do that and save a little bit of time, so you're not picking up random items all the time, checking them and then seeing if they're good and things like that. All right, so next, more viable builds. There are so many new viable builds in this mod. It's just awesome, man. And it really sticks to the vanilla feeling and the retail feeling of Diablo 2, but fixing a lot of the skills that weren't very viable in the original Diablo 2, such as Holy Bolt. Holy Bolt actually does magic damage to all monsters, not just undead monsters. Summoning druids are really popular, and there's just a lot of builds. You guys can check out their Reddit website. They got a lot of different builds on there that show you how to play those builds and how to set them up and everything like that. So there's a lot of new viable builds, and I mean, just looking at the sorceress here, I mean, there's a lot of different skills for each class, but there's not too many where it's like a completely new skill tree, right? So like they have refrigerate, which is basically like an enchant version, but it gives cold damage. So that's something that's really nice, and there's just a few new skills in there. But I mean, I wouldn't look at this as if it's going to be something too confusing. These new skills are not anything too crazy, and it's really going to stick to the vanilla feeling of Diablo 2. So next up is new challenges. So they actually have tier maps, and I've been doing tier maps every now and then. You guys can go on their website if you want to learn more details about that. But basically, you can get these little things right here called relics. And then you can open these tier maps, and there's a ton of monsters in there, and it's really a new alternative to actually grind in Diablo 2 rather than doing chaos and bail runs over and over and over. This kind of adds a new grind to Diablo 2 without doing the repetitive things over and over and over. So it's really nice that they added these relics. I haven't done all of them myself. There's actually bosses and things like that in these relic tier maps. So if you guys want to learn more about that, I mean, there's so many things you can learn on their website, but this was an awesome addition to the mod as well. Next up is the raised high rune drop chance. Now I've actually done a lot of runs in this mod. I've probably done maybe 200 or 300 runs altogether, just doing Neelathak, chaos runs, Bale runs, things like that on my own. And I really haven't seen too many high runes drop, so I'm not too sure how higher the high rune drop chance is. But I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think they just slightly raised it just so you can get high runes a little bit more. Next thing I'm going to talk about is this super easy install. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. I couldn't remember if I did or not, but this is so easy to download. You just go to their website, you make sure that you download the mod, and you put it in your Diablo 2 folder. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. It doesn't mess with your normal Diablo 2. It doesn't mess anything up. It's so easy to download. All you got to do is put it in your Diablo 2 folder. I mean, you can right click your Diablo 2 icon, open the file location, and try and find out where your Diablo 2 folder is, and just put it in there, and then you're done. Alright, so next up is the larger inventory stash. As you guys can see right here on my character, there's a larger stash even on my character. But one thing I want to point out to you guys, don't think that you're going to be able to use more charms than you should be able to, like in normal Diablo 2. Because if you try and put it up here, it's just going to say that it requires, you know, a ridiculous level that you can't even reach in this mod. So, but it's really nice to be able to hold more things onto your character, and there's also an increased stash size as well for your hidden stash. Now, this is something that is really nice for saving a lot of time and just navigating through your items and through your stash and things like that. Is you can quickly throw items on the ground and move them in and out of your stash. So right here, we're going to put this into my stash, all this stuff. You know, it saves so much time, and it's so inconvenient to just get that done so quick rather than going back and forth. Now, if I want to drop something, you know, I can just drop it as well, which I think you hold down Control, right click, and then you can just quickly throw things on the ground. So basically with Shift and Control, you can quickly put items in and out of your stash, quickly throw them on the ground, whatever you want to do. It just gets things done so much faster, and it's something I've really been wanting in Diablo 2 for a very long time now. Next up is the server selection for better ping. As I said before, guys, I mean, all you need to do is go to their website. Whichever location you're in, just make sure you set the GS number when you create a game, so then you can go to the server that is closest to you, so then you don't lag as much. Next up is the cow level forever. So basically, there's no more Cow King in this mod, and basically you can just go ahead and create the cow level as many times as you want. I thought this was really cool as well. There's a global chat right here, so basically you can just go in and say hello to everyone. You actually got to set that on. I don't know what the command is to set it on. You probably just type // and then whatever you want to say, and then you can see right there people are actually saying hi to me. So that's a really nice thing to kind of just talk to everyone that's on the server and just get a good chat going with everyone. And a lot of people have been really nice to me lately. A lot of the people on the server seem to be really nice compared to a lot of people on BattleNet. I haven't had any problems. A lot of people were really welcoming to me and to the mod and to the server, so I really appreciate that, and thank you guys so much. So another thing is the Orb of Corruption recipe. So there's these little purple gem things that'll actually drop from monsters just around the world, basically anywhere. I think they can drop in normal. And basically what a Orb of Corruption does, I'll leave a link in the description below. Like I said, guys, you can just Google this stuff and check it out. But basically what the Orb of Corruption does is you combine it with any piece of equipment. And as you can see right here with my Tower Asha's armor, it has 4 sockets. That's because I corrupted it. So when you use a corruption orb on an item, I think it has 3 different chances to do 3 different things. So the worst thing that could happen is that it could turn into something completely new. So it could completely turn into a rare armor and just totally take away your Tower Asha armor. Another thing it could do is it could add stats to the armor. So it could add like faster cast rate, magic find. I don't know what all the stats are, that all the possibilities of what the stats could be or could give the item, but it'll give a little bonus to the stats. As you can see right here on my Nagel ring, I don't know which one it is, this one right here, and it gives 10% faster cast rate because it got corrupted with that. And then the last thing, and probably the best thing that it can do, is it could give a different number of sockets on the item. So it could give this Tower Asha's armor 4 sockets, which that is what happened to this armor right here. As I mentioned this before, there's new class skills. Basically for every single class, I'm pretty sure that there's at least 1 new skill for each class. I don't know each and every single class and what all the new skills are, but as I said before, it's not too confusing to the point where it's like a completely new experience. I mean, they're just kind of new skills that are going to help you out in different ways. And it's really a nice addition to Diablo 2, and it's almost like a new expansion pack of skills that we've been waiting for a very long time in the game. And then the 2 last things is unique item updates and rune words updated. So basically some of the unique items have been updated slightly. There isn't anything too different about a lot of them. This is one of the biggest changes I've seen to an item right here. Is a Wisp Projector ring, and it gives a lifted spirit aura. As you can see right there on my character, it looks really cool. And basically what this does is I believe it adds 10% to magic and physical damage to you and all the players in your party that get the aura. So it's a really cool thing. I don't think it's anything too overpowered. It might seem a little bit overpowered, but I did have a Stone of Jordan, and it really didn't add too much damage compared to having 1 all skills on the Stone of Jordan. I really think it's a cool thing to add there. And as rare as Wisp Projector is, I mean, it's really nice that finally you get something that's really special. You know what I mean? The Wisp Projector is one of the rarest items in the game. So to kind of get something cool like that, like a cool little looking aura going on there, I think that really gives the player, more of a reward for getting such a rare item, that you actually get something pretty cool in the game. And then as far as the rune words go, I don't think there's any too crazy changes going on there with the rune words. You can check on the website. I'll leave a link in the description below, and basically they go over everything that is different compared, or everything that's been changed from the mod and retail version of Diablo 2. One of the biggest ones is Enigma got changed. So basically Enigma is on a cooldown, and basically no one uses Enigma just because of that. I think it's on the mass cooldown. But, I mean, it's not anything too crazy, and I think they made a lot of necessary changes to some of the rune words as well. Alright, well, that's about it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything you guys want to review on the Diablo 2 mod, Path of Diablo. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to keep up with Diablo 2 content. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next video.